Hello, this is the Mud Guy RC, and we are here today with Skooch and his Stampede. So, you want to wave? Say hi? What we're going to touch base on today is some of the upgrades we've done to Skooch's Stampede, and we're going to talk about how this is a really cool truck for beginners. So let's first talk about a few things. Now, stock, this truck costs about $220, which is a really good deal. It comes ready to run. It has a battery. Remote control, so you don't need anything at first. Now we have done some upgrades. We've seen some things that we think are some good ideas. Let's start out. We'll take off the shell here. Oh, one thing I want to touch base on first is that one of the problems with this truck that I saw is they include these little protectors, these body protectors, and they actually will not fit on the truck they provide them for, so they won't fit here. If you can see this, there's no way you'll get a pin. You get these on or get a pin through them, so I don't know why they included these. And the body will take damage if you don't protect it. Not that, that bothers me a whole lot, because I'd really like to get another body for this. And the pins do pop out when you hit things, so that's one thing you want to be careful of. You want to get some extra body pins, and don't worry about these things, they don't fit. So let's take the shell off.
And you can see that the line is closed down in the truck.
Yes. That's one of the things that we did. We upgraded the radio. This is the stock radio right here. Okay, that's what it comes with stock. And I want to tell you first off that this antenna is no good for a 4-year-old. Okay, first of all, they're going to bend him. He's not going to hold the remote straight up and down. He did bend it a little bit here up towards the top. And it becomes a weapon. Not necessarily bad for him, but bad for other people. And I think it was like day 1 or day 2, I asked Skooch to hand me the remote, and he smacked me right in the face with the antenna. So one of the first upgrades we did was we added a new 2.4 gigahertz remote, no antenna, all streamline. Okay, this thing works really good. It was about 60 bucks, which is cheap for a 2.4 gigahertz radio. We have not tested the range on it yet, and I won't. Not with Skooch driving, but it is durable. It works. It's quick. Quick enough for him. Skooch likes to take his truck on walks, so he's never really that far away from it. He's a new guy when it comes to driving RC cars, so he has to be behind the truck when he drives it. It gets a little confusing if the thing's aimed in a different direction. So he mostly walks his Stampede around the yard, so he never gets that far from it. So we didn't test the range on it, but so far it's been a great remote, and that leaves you with a smaller antenna too, which is kind of cool. It's now underneath the body, which is neat. It looks cool, and I don't know if the longer one ever would have got damaged. This truck doesn't flip a whole lot. It actually is pretty. It stays on the ground even when you turn it at high speeds. Now that brings me up to another point that I want to make, is that turning at high speeds on the road, both of these tires came off the rim. So this one of them came off. I don't remember which one came off first, but it was all within the same day. So bad manufacturing there, but an easy fix. You just have to get a little bottle of tire glue and put them back in place and glue the thing together. Another upgrade we made, which I thought was kind of funny, was this is the stock bumper right here. I don't know what. Maybe that was to give the monster truck more of a scale look. But this is totally ineffective, so we put an RPM bumper on the Stampede. I think it was $4, something like that. You remember? Yeah, go ahead. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't say bean in this video.
Bean. Yeah, I say bean too much. Bean. It sounds like bean, but anyway, thank you. Thank you, Skooch. I want to do better with my English, but I'm still a little nervous talking to everybody on the camera. So. Anyway, so the stock truck, $220. New radio, 60 bucks. And one of the first things we broke was a Servo Saver, which is actually a good thing. A Servo Saver is supposed to break. It's supposed to save your servo, obviously. What a Servo Saver is this right here. We bought quite a few of them. It's just 2 pieces of plastic that are sandwiched together with spring in the middle. So and this connects to your servo and then connects directly to your steering linkage. So if you do hit your front tire or something like that, this thing will absorb the damage, or absorb the impact from your wheel, so it doesn't get transferred into your servo. So this thing will either bend or break before your servo does, which is cool. But yeah, we broke one, so and our local hobby store didn't have any in stock, of course. So we ordered quite a few of these online. We haven't broken any since. So there are upgrades. Oh, and another thing too is it does come with a battery, and we bought an extra one. And one of the reasons you want to have an extra battery around is so you have more extended drive time. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that. But it does come with one battery. We bought another. In the beginning, when we first got into this, we only had the wall chargers. I didn't buy my my Traxxas charger for a little while. So, you know, I'm thinking that we were only going to run one time a day. You know, I wanted to have an extra battery. So, other than that, let me think. What else did we do, Skooch? Do you remember? We put a new radio in, which was a good idea. You know, but not that you can run the truck totally stock. That's not a problem. I just didn't want him to have an antenna. It got really ugly. And a new bumper. So other than that, oh, let's touch base on the fact that this truck has Phillips head screws in throughout. Now, you do have some hex head stuff, but you do have a lot of Phillips head screws. Some people would think that's kind of a problem, but I think for a beginner that's kind of cool because then you know who doesn't have access to a Phillips head screwdriver? You know, I'm sure that you know, most kids, they have a dad that has a Phillips head screwdriver. But and then for the hex head screws, it does have some hex head screws in the truck. You just use the tools that they provide you with. Don't be afraid to work on this truck. It's very easy. Not that we've had to do much to it. It's also very durable. Great truck for a beginner. You know, you think about it, $220 will get you into a cool RC truck that, you know, pretty much would be cool for a 4-year-old. Like Skooch, do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The remote is cool, and I like it too. No antenna, just flat head.
Yep, show the camera so everybody sees it. So there is, you got a good recommendation for here. Come in a little bit closer so everybody can see you. You got a good recommendation there from a 4-year-old, okay? And this truck is recommended for 8 years and above, but he's 4. He's driving it. He hits everything with it, but it hasn't broke, except for the one time with the Servo Saver. And honestly, that was with the stock bumper, which I threw away. And now that we have the new RPM bumper, that might be taking some of the hit off the tires. So, yes, the wheels came off the hubs. That kind of sucked, but that was not a hard fix. I mean, they just put them back on, get some tire glue, which, you know, as RC hobbyist, you're going to need some tire glue soon anyway. So, $220 for the truck, $60 for the remote, extra battery. We're probably in, you know, a little over $300. You don't have to spend that money. That's what we did. But good investment, good beginner truck, very durable, very easy to use, very easy to work on. I liked it because it reminds me of my Midnight Pumpkin I had when I was younger, 2-wheel drive monster truck, and look forward to some upgrades. So what are we going to do to here, stay in the camera. What are we going to do? What are we going to do to change this truck around? What are some of our future plans, Skooch?
Our future plans is turning the Stampede into a tow truck and just copying it except for the body. We can just put a tow line on the back of the truck and just put the lines as close as the truck.
You've heard it from the man himself. It's going to be a tow truck. Now, how am I going to go about doing that? And, you know, exactly how he wants it to work. You know, it's one of those things, yeah, we can get it to work. How much are we willing to invest? You know, it'd be easy to knock something out, you know, in steel, but I think that might be too heavy. So I definitely see us putting a wheelie bar on the back. It doesn't wheelie a whole lot now. We don't need it now. But I'm thinking if we're actually towing other whatever, you know, Tonka trucks, RC trucks, whatever, we might have to put a wheelie bar in the back. So that's definitely going to be one of the upgrades. I think we're going to probably mount the tow bar off of the body mounts, but hey, look forward to this one in the future. It's not going to come out anytime soon. He still has to learn how to drive, at least a little bit better than he does now. And until then, you know, look out. Now, I know we've done so many of these bench videos. The running videos are coming. I got some fans now. I owe you guys that. So, yeah, the running videos are coming. We're going to do more. You know, as soon as spring hits and daylight savings time kicks in, you know, or you know, we have better weather, we're going to get outside. I mean, we are driving outside, but it's so limited, and I need the bear to help me video. You know, so they're coming. The running videos are coming, but just, you know, bear with me. It was cool that we got to talk about the Stampede because I do like this truck for beginners. So highly recommended, easy to work on. So far, no problems, very durable. And except for the radio and the bumper, no issues. So, and the tires. You know, the tires coming off the rim, that did kind of suck, but that's easy fix. You know, get used to working on your RCs. Don't be afraid. They all come with parts diagrams. Shows you exactly how to put the car back together again. So even if it's ready to run, you can still work on it. And if you lose your parts diagram, that Traxxas' website has exploded views of all their cars. So that's it for today. We're gonna keep this one short. So I'm the Mud Guy. This is Skooch. You wanna say goodbye?
Goodbye, and don't remember, this remote is dumb, so it's not going to be ours.
Yeah, well, and you know the other thing I want to touch base on is the fact that when you do upgrade your remote, you get to keep the old one. Okay, I've actually already used that remote in another project, which we will be touching base on soon. So, you know, not a bad idea. You know. Oh, hey, one last thing. Traxxas does have a program where if you take this and upgrade it to, I guess, their TQI or something like that, you can give them $80 and your remote, and they can give you the TQI. I think it's a crap deal. We got this thing for $60. You know, I don't know if it works as good as the other Traxxas remote, but it's working fine for us. So $60 for that, and we get to keep the other remote. So there's just another tip. This is the Mud Guy. This is Skooch. Take care. Keep driving those RCs. Comment. Please comment. Subscribe if you like. If not, no biggie. Maybe subscribe a little bit later. Hit like if you thought this was cool, and we'll see you on the track.